In the heart of China, the Yangtze River flows, a force of nature. For centuries, its floods fueled a dream to tame the river. The Three Gorges region inspired poets and painters, but also hid danger. Sun Yat-sen envisioned a dam in 1919 to control floods and generate power, but China lacked the resources. As China's economy exploded, the need for power and flood protection became urgent. The government revived the dream. The Three Gorges Dam would be a statement that modern China could conquer nature, protect millions, and fuel industry. Mao Zedong supported the idea, envisioning a calm lake. By the 1990s, China had the engineers, the money, and the will. The dam would rise in Hubei province, forever altering the landscape. The world watched as China prepared to build the largest dam ever attempted. The Three Gorges Dam would be built for power, security, and pride. The river would now be harnessed for progress. The dam would change the lives of millions. The world's attention turned to the river, waiting to see if China could achieve the impossible. The Three Gorges Dam was set to become a symbol of ambition, power, and the cost of progress. The main reason for the Three Gorges Dam was simple: to stop deadly floods. The Yangtze's summer rains often turned into disasters, killing hundreds of thousands in the 20th century alone. The 1931 flood was one of history's deadliest, and the 1954 flood affected 18 million people. Old dikes and levees failed. A radical solution was needed. The dam would act as a giant shield, holding back floodwaters in a massive reservoir. Engineers could release water slowly, protecting cities like Wuhan and Nanjing. Flood control was the project's top justification, a promise of safety for millions. The memory of past destruction made the dam's promise powerful. It wasn't just about saving lives, it was about economic security. Floods destroyed infrastructure, ruined harvests, and set back modernization. By controlling the river, China aimed to create a stable environment for growth. Businesses could invest and farmers could plant without fear. The dam was presented as a final victory over the river's chaos. It was a bold move to secure the future of the Yangtze Basin. The government's message was clear: never again would floods dictate the fate of millions. The dam would bring stability, prosperity, and peace of mind. It was a promise to end a cycle of destruction that had lasted for centuries. The Three Gorges Dam became a symbol of hope for a safer, more prosperous China. Taming the river was central to the nation's plan for the future. The stakes were high, but the potential rewards were even higher. The dam was China's answer to nature's fury. The dam's second promise was electricity, on a scale never seen before. China's rapid growth demanded more power, but coal was polluting the air. The Yangtze's flow offered a cleaner solution: hydroelectricity. The dam would become the world's largest power station, with dozens of massive turbines. Water from the reservoir would spin the turbines, generating enough electricity for millions. This power would light up cities, run factories, and fuel China's economic miracle. The project was sold as a clean energy machine, reducing coal use and air pollution. At a time when global warming was a growing concern, the dam was China's green answer. The electricity produced would rival dozens of coal plants, transforming the energy grid. It was a matter of national strategy, energy independence, and security. The dam's power would reach the most populated and industrialized regions. For the government, it was a long-term investment in the country's future. The world watched as China chose water over coal. The Three Gorges Dam became a symbol of modern, responsible development. The scale of power generation was unprecedented. The dam's electricity would help China grow without choking on its own smoke. It was a bold step toward a cleaner, more sustainable future. The promise of green power was central to the dam's appeal. The Three Gorges Dam was built to power a nation and change the world's perception of China. Building the Three Gorges Dam was an engineering feat on a colossal scale. Construction began in 1994, after decades of planning. The first challenge: diverting the mighty Yangtze to create a dry work site. Engineers carved a new channel and built temporary cofferdams to hold back the water. Once dry, the main dam rose. Layer by layer, millions of tons of concrete poured around the clock. Thousands of workers and massive machinery transformed the riverbed into a construction zone. The dam's design was a gravity dam, relying on its own immense weight to hold back the river. Advanced computer models ensured the structure could withstand water pressure and earthquakes. Massive steel spillway gates were embedded to control floods. The project unfolded in 3 phases: river diversion, main wall construction, and turbine installation. By 2009, the dam was complete. a testament to China's engineering ambition. The logistics were staggering, the risks immense. The Three Gorges Dam became a symbol of what human determination could achieve. It was a mountain built by human hands, forever changing the Yangtze. The Three Gorges Dam is a project of staggering numbers. The dam wall stretches over 2 kilometers and towers 185 meters high, taller than a 60-story building. Construction used enough concrete for 8 Hoover dams and nearly 500,000 tons of steel. The reservoir extends 660 kilometers upstream, submerging an area larger than New York City. It holds nearly 40 billion cubic meters of water, so much that it may even affect the Earth's rotation. The power station houses 34 giant turbines, generating 22,500 megawatts, the world's largest hydroelectric output. In a typical year, it produces over 100 billion kilowatt-hours, replacing the need for 50 million tons of coal. The dam's ship locks and massive ship lift allow vessels to bypass the wall, turning the river into a major transport route. The ship lift, the largest in the world, can raise a 3,000-ton vessel in under an hour. The dam's scale and technology set global records. It's not just a dam, it's a marvel of modern engineering. The project redefined what was possible in construction and logistics. The Three Gorges Dam stands as a monument to human ambition. Its impact is felt far beyond the riverbanks. The numbers tell a story of unprecedented scale and achievement. The dam's greatest success is flood control. No major disasters have struck the lower Yangtze since it opened. In 2010 and 2020, the dam held back record floodwaters, protecting millions and vital economic zones. The river, once dangerous, is now a deep, calm lake, making shipping safer and cheaper. Larger ships reach Chongqing, turning it into a major inland port and boosting trade in China's interior. Clean electricity from the dam has slowed China's carbon emissions and reduced coal reliance. The power is reliable, fueling industry and lighting up cities. The dam is a cornerstone of China's renewable energy strategy. It's also a tourist magnet, drawing visitors from across China and the world. Cruise ships now glide along the reservoir, showcasing the new landscape. The dam has created jobs and new opportunities for locals. It stands as a working example of hydropower's potential. The Three Gorges Dam has transformed the river and the region's future. It's a symbol of progress, prosperity, and change. The dam's human cost was immense. Over 1.3 million people were forced to leave their homes for the reservoir. Cities, towns, and villages vanished beneath the rising water. The government built new towns, but many lost their land and livelihoods and sense of community. Farmers became city dwellers overnight, struggling to adapt to new lives and jobs. Compensation was often inadequate, and corruption plagued the resettlement process. The new cities lacked the history and connections of the old. Social bonds were broken, older generations felt lost. People left behind ancestral graves and centuries of heritage. The psychological impact was deep. Displacement meant losing not just homes, but identity. The sacrifice was borne by those in the dam's path, while the nation reaped the benefits. The story of the Three Gorges is also a story of loss. The dam's legacy is marked by both progress and pain. The voices of the displaced echo beneath the calm surface of the reservoir. Their experience remains a central, controversial part of the dam's story. The cost of progress was not shared equally. The human toll is a reminder of the price paid for ambition. The dam transformed the Yangtze's ecosystem, turning a wild river into a vast, slow-moving lake. Fertile silt now settles in the reservoir, starving downstream farms and eroding the coast. Fish populations have plummeted, migration routes are blocked, and the Yangtze River dolphin is now extinct. Water quality has declined, pollution lingers, algae blooms spread, and dead zones form. Chongqing's rapid growth adds to the pollution challenge. The reservoir's fluctuating water levels have triggered landslides, forcing more relocations. The government spends heavily to monitor and stabilize the slopes. The environmental costs are ongoing and complex. The dam's impact reaches far beyond its walls. The Three Gorges Dam is a case study in the unintended consequences of mega-projects. The river's transformation is both a triumph and a tragedy. The Three Gorges Dam is a monument to China's ambition and engineering might. It delivers flood control and clean energy, reshaping a nation's destiny. But every benefit comes with a cost: damaged ecosystems, lost communities, and submerged history. The dam is both a symbol of progress and a warning about the price of rapid development. Its legacy is still unfolding, environmental and social impacts continue to emerge. The world looks to the Three Gorges as both inspiration and caution. The dam embodies the central dilemma of modern development, balancing human needs with the health of the planet. The decision to build it will be debated for generations. The Three Gorges Dam stands as a testament to the power and the contradictions of human ambition. Its story is far from over,